Hey guys, welcome back to Mad About Skin. Today is another Saturday, and today we have another live stream. Thank you so much for joining us, and I apologise for the sheer amount of gormlessness that was witnessed at the start of this video, because I didn't know when it was starting, or it was even worse today than usual. So there are already so many people in the chat, so thank you so much for joining, everybody, and so many of you hit that like button already, so thank you so much. It is gorgeous here in the UK, but it is still a little bit on the chilly side. So I want to just start today with a big thank you to Marlene, who kindly sent me my Mad About Skin branded hoodie, which is such a kind gift. So wearing it with pride, sending it a massive love to Marlene, and thank you so much because it's keeping me warm, because whilst the sun is definitely shining here in the UK, it's still a little bit on the chilly side, so absolutely amazing. So thank you so much. Thank you also to Tom, who is moderating today as always, so sending you a massive love, Tom, and thank you so much for your support on this. Much appreciated. Now this week it's just been a little bit, you know, when you get to the weekend and you think, how did I get here? It's been so manic and so busy, but in so many good ways. So let's start with some hellos. Let's see who's in the chat room. So sending lots of love to Tom, to Jenny, Marlene, Celia, welcome my love. Celia points out 92 days until August and the big launch. I know, and do you know what, Celia, that's actually quite worrying, because there's a whole lot to do between now and then, but I think I'm kind of on top of it. I've got a to-do list, and I think I'm kind of on top of it. Danny DM13, welcome my love, thank you so much for joining. Annika, so good to see you. Miss Glamour, I love that name. Says, hey, glad you're doing good, having a nice long weekend. That's fantastic. Yeah, everyone here in the UK, it is actually a bank holiday weekend, so we're getting an extra day. So Monday is like a public holiday, so that's quite exciting. If you're here in the UK, sending lots of love, you know, for a good bank holiday weekend. We've got lots of comments around. Christy, welcome my love, thank you so much. Joyce says, just been jabbed, not feeling so well. So to anybody, I know there's a whole lot of people out there that's probably in that jab phase at the moment. So anyone that is feeling a little bit under the weather, hopefully it's all good in the end, and it'll all be a great benefit in the end. But I'm sending you lots of love. Christina, welcome my love. Sun is shining in Denmark. Oh, well, I'm very jealous of the Danes, because here in the UK it's very sunny, but it's kind of like, need to wear your sunscreen, but actually you still need to put a jacket on top as well, because it's still a little bit on the chilly side. Patty, welcome my love. I hope you're feeling back on top form, and sending you lots of love. Tanya, welcome. What I love so much about these lives is I set them up like 4 hours before, usually like 4 hours before we actually go live, and it's just so amazing that people chat away, already get your questions in, and it's so good. You might see Marcel, who I think, if you can see him back there, you're gonna say hello, Marcel. He's menacing things on the bed. He's a terror, but you get a glimpse of Marcel there. William, welcome. So good to see you. DM13 says, I missed you guys. I've been working like a horse. Do you know what I thought, Danny? I thought we haven't seen you as much as I would love to. So, I'm just going to shut the door 1 second. Finally got rid of the cats, which is amazing, because they were just taking up so much of my time. They're in a very playful mood at the moment, which is gorgeous, but you know, a little bit on the time intensive side. So Danny, we were saying that you've been working so hard at the moment, which is obviously we're all going to work hard, but I'm sending you lots of love, and I'm so glad that you're still able to join us. And this is the beauty of the Mad About Skin community. You dip in and out. If it's busy, we'll understand, but it is so good to hear from you. Elizabeth, welcome my love, and sending lots of love to anyone else joining from Australia. So look, Christina says, hello everyone, heavy cooking here for Orthodox Easter, but I'm all ears. I didn't realise until one of my friends is actually Orthodox, and they have their Easter later. I didn't realise that people were still celebrating, which is fantastic. So happy Easter to anyone who is celebrating the Orthodox Easter. Rita, welcome my love, quickly closing in on 40k. I know, I was a little bit like, every time I look at the subscriber count, I was like, oh, that literally mind blown. I think we're 500 subscribers away from 40,000, and I've got a little something lined up for it. So you'll have to watch this space. I'm not going to give any spoilers out, but we are only 500 away. So if you are watching this and you're not subscribed to the channel, I'd say why not join us and help us on our way to 40,000. Let's have it. Claire says, hello everyone, just got home from work and pizza in the oven. Oh, Claire, I'm very jealous. That sounds amazing. Who doesn't love a Saturday pizza? I've got my cup of tea. This is just, you know, bog standard normal tea, but it's so good, and it's been a bit of a busy day, so much welcome. I'm gonna have a quick sip of my tea. If you haven't clicked that like button, now's a great chance. Click that like button to support us. Oh, and what else have we got? Before we get into some questions, I wanted to show you, reach behind. This is so glamorous. Me reaching behind. I have got all the things in here for my Korean skincare video, which I know you fans of Korean skincare are going to be super excited about. I'm not going to spoil it to say exactly what I've been trying, but little beauty of Joseon. This is the Radiance Cleansing Balm, which I honestly cannot tell you how excited I am. I tried this. Spoiler alert, I loved it. So tomorrow's video, which is going to be all about Korean cleansers, this is a standout. We also have the Purito foaming cleanser in here. I've tried the oil one, which was a bit too oily for my acne prone skin, so I thought I'd try the foaming one as well. That has worked so well. And I've got a couple of surprises. One Japanese. You know how I always get it wrong. I think I'm talking Korean, then I realise one of the products is Japanese. Done that again this month, so, you know, no changing there. And I also got sent this, which is super interesting. This is the WB Co, which I think it stands for the West Barn Co or something like that. This is their watermelon prep mist. You might remember they were a company that had a shampoo, what was it called, a soap brows or something. It was huge on Instagram, and basically it was like supposed to be the best brow gel in the world. Well, they've brought out this prep mist, which is designed for oily acne prone skin, and they said, could we send you it to try? And I said, yeah, sure. So first of all, tried it for the first time today. The smell is like, it's watermelon divine. Now, it has got fragrance in, so I know that won't appeal to everyone, but that smell alone is enough to just send me into heaven. I absolutely love it. So I can't wait to kind of try that out and, you know, a little bit more wear test, and then hopefully I'll be able to tell you my thoughts and feelings on that one. Now, we've kind of got all of that out of the way. Let's have a quick look and see. They've changed the way that these that the comments appear, so I am going to have to kind of go back and see which is the best way of doing it. Let's have a look. There we are. So Tom says, if you could do it, Jenny, anyone can. So we're talking about the jab. So yeah, sending a lots of love to anyone who has been jabbed. If you're feeling a bit under the weather afterwards, I do for mine. It's worth it in the end. That's all I can say. It probably doesn't feel it in the moment, but it's worth it in the end. Now, we finally found where I should start in the show. So let's take some questions and let's have a look. See, lots of people wearing pink in solidarity, which is great. It's my second favourite colour after blue. Blue is my absolute favourite colour, but pink is a very close second. Now, I'm going to see if I can fix the internet before we keep going, because this is dire internet. Let's see if I can do it on my phone to get slightly better internet connection, because the internet is always so bad when I've got the cats out of the room. I lock them out so that they can't disturb, and right, I think that should be better. Is that any better? I think we're back. I think we've now sorted out the internet and we should be back on track. Let me see. I apologise if we tried to catch up. Hopefully that'll be the last internet issue we've got. So sorry about that, and let's crack on. Now, we've got some questions. Fortunately, because we had the internet thing, I skipped some of the questions. So I'm going to start at the top, but if for whatever reason I missed your question, just add it back in the comments. So, Canadian Tea Addict, which I love. I've got my tea here, my love. I love that name. First time joining, I'm new to skincare, but I'm recently obsessed. Well, first of all, welcome. New members always welcome to the lives. We do these every single Saturday at 6 p.m. and we just sit down, we chill, we talk questions, we fangirl over skincare. So it says, I'm loving your channel, thank you so much. You made me make a big Ordinary splurge. I think the Ordinary is such a great brand to start off your skincare journey with. They're easy, you know, to understand, and you can mix and match for what your skin needs. So I hope you love them as much as I do, my love, and keep me posted if you need any help or support. We're always here. And actually, some of the best support I've seen is over on the Facebook group. Prepare yourselves for a shameless plug, people. But the Facebook group, which is Mad About Skincare, I know that Tom links it in the comments, so you can always just join through that link. But some of the best, honestly, the best advice I've ever seen is over on there. So if you get stuck with any of your purchases and want to know how to use them, just drop a question there and I'm sure everyone will help you, and I'll do my best too. Jill, welcome, my love. Thank you so much for joining. Celia says, how about the dishwasher situation? Well, I think based on the fact everyone seems to have invested in LED masks, I think people are going to have to wash their own dishes with all that expense. I know William said that he'd bought his LED mask recently, so I hope it's working out for you, William, and you're loving it as much as everyone else seems to. I think Tom's finally arrived or is on its way as well, so can't wait to hear what everyone has to say when it comes to that. Me, I'm kind of on the... I've been using my LED mask for the past, I'm going to say like maybe 2 months, and I'm seeing some great results, but my problem is I've mixed up a load of different skincare at the same time. So I tried new retinol, I've been trying lots of new things, and so it's kind of a little bit difficult to know which is the one that's working, if that makes sense. So I think my lesson learned is if I'm going to try something expensive like that, I should just try that rather than mix anything else up, so I can know kind of what the results are going to be. So I'm really interested to see what you guys have to say in terms of how yours have been working. Drew Projects, welcome, my love. So excited to have you here. Dashini, welcome. So let's have a look. Jenny says, Canadian tea addict, welcome to this crazy bunch and a Saturday. Yes, we are a little crazy, but do you know what? I think it's fine. With everything going on in the world, I think it's okay to sit back, chill, and enjoy a little bit of skincare. It's our time to be a little crazy. William says, hi Rob, went to my local Asian supermarket and guess what I found? Tony Malloy products. Amazing. Purchased the Wonder Ceramide toner. My question is, can I use a toner as a hydrating mist? You can. Actually, I do know a lot of people that like to use like a toner as like a hydrating step between skincare steps, so that's a really great idea. Yeah, I would definitely think that, and I want to know what you think. It's really difficult to get Tony Malloy here in the UK, so I want to know what you guys think of it, because I think we can import it, but obviously the price is up there, so I'd love to know what you guys think of it, so I can kind of factor it in my own skincare routine. Patty says, welcome to all the new viewers. Yes, sending lots of love. If you're here for the first time, sending you lots of love, and it's amazing to have you. Same time every single Saturday, we'd love to have you here. If you're one of our regular viewers, you know I all love you anyway. But thank you so much for joining today. Hillpree, welcome, my love. Jenny says, love the jumper, looking fab. Well, like I say, second favourite colour after blue, which was the question on one of the giveaways over on the Facebook group, which most people, I think, got right. So I think people know me quite well. Emily says, hello from Vancouver. We have a very good... contingent in here from Canada, so sending lots of love to everyone over in Canada. And I know, Emily, you were here last week, so this must be like your second or third live, so thank you so much for joining. So Ian says, hello from sunny East London, loving the live streams, learning so much. Thank you, Ian, and thank you so much for joining, and lots of love to everyone in London. I'm so glad that you've decided to, you know, put the sunshine of London to one side and join us today, which is very much appreciated. Celia says, love the hoodie. Thank you, Celia, and thank you for Marlene for sending it. It is so comfy and soft and warm, which is amazing. And also, because I've kept it came in like plastic, so I kept it sealed for today. So it's cat hair free. It's one of the few things in this house that is cat hair free. That won't last, but you know, it's nice to have it for a change. Christy says, hi Rob, I put on my retinol eye cream for the first time the other day. 3 hours later, I checked in the mirror to see if it was working. Has anyone else done that? Yeah, I've done that. It doesn't matter who tells me that products take, you know, 3 months to work or 2 weeks to work. Literally 2 hours later, me in the mirror saying, I think I can see a difference. I think it's changed. Yeah, I think it's all good. I am the worst sucker for that. So, Christy, no judgment. I know exactly what you mean. Claire, welcome, my love. Says, hope you're well. I wanted to start using the azelaic acid and wondered if the Geek and Gorgeous A-Pad was a good one. Claire, I think the A-Pad is a really great azelaic acid to start with. It's not the strongest out there. So, I always call this out to people. It's not the strongest out there. It's a derivative. So, it's a 20% derivative, which is the equivalent of about a 5% azelaic acid. But I think that's a great place to start. you'll get zero or barely any irritation from it. You'll still get some of the great benefits, but you might want to, what I usually say to people that use it is see how your skin reacts to it for a couple of months, and then if you do want to, up the strength a little bit, go for something a little bit stronger. You can work from there, but I think as a starter, azelaic acid, the Geek and Gorgeous is probably the one I'd recommend. Lubia, welcome, my love. Thank you so much for joining. Annika says, woohoo, Tom, Marlene and I have the same hoodie. Well, I'm finally part of the club, so thank you so much. And it's monogrammed, which I absolutely adore, which is absolutely fantastic. And honestly, when I got this, it made me so happy. Wearing with pride. Jan says, hello from Bangkok, all tucked up in bed. Jan, I am sending you lots and lots of love all the way to Bangkok. I hope everything in Thailand's going well, and obviously thank you for joining us before you do finally hit the bed. Celia says, anyone else use Hollyfrog? I just got a sample. So I am super jealous of Hollyfrog because every time I do a video on sunscreens or anything, people always comment saying, have you tried the Hollyfrog cleanser sunscreen? And I always have to say no because it's stuck in shipping. So mine is somewhere internationally being shipped as we speak. I'm supposed to get it this week, but I have been waiting very patiently, but a little bit impatiently as well, for the past 2 weeks to try it. And honestly, I cannot wait to get my hands on it. I'm sure I'm going to love it because everybody else says how amazing it is, but I just want to get it now. Christy says, cat in the chat. Yeah. Marcel will make an appearance from time to time, but he's in a very jerkish mood. He's super excited today. He got a new toy and it's all about that. And so he's super hyper. Julie says, welcome. Jill, welcome, my love. Let's have a look. Nicola says, sun is shining in the Loire Valley. Oh, that's very classy. Very nice, very exotic. In Southampton, sun's also shining. Less exotic, I'd say. But you know what? Anyone from Southampton, I love it anyway. Which is where I currently am. Let's have a look. Hello from Australia. Sending lots and lots of love to Oz. It is so funny that Australia, we get so many viewers from Australia to the live streams. Bearing in mind, it is not the most sociable hour for our Australian viewers. So sending you lots and lots of love if you are joining from Australia. Tammy says, I love the hoodie. Thank you, my love. Thank you. Yeah, lots of people giving their love to Marcel. Oh, he absolutely loves the fuss and attention. So any attention that people give him, he is all over. Joelle says, hi from Canada. Lottie says, I'm supposed to be studying English now, but this is English. Well, I wouldn't trust my English accent, pronunciation, or words I'd hate for anyone to fail their English exam because we're listening after me. I have a very strong regional accent, and I think some of my sayings, maybe not the best English, but thank you for joining us, and you can always study after the live stream. Suzanne, welcome, my love. Michaela, great to see you. So Miss Glamour says, has anyone tried the Zimagen Centella Ferment Cream? I haven't, but I'm all into ferments, I'm all into Centella, and I love a cream consistency in a product. So it sounds like something that I would absolutely love, and I think I'm going to have to give it a try, but I will have a look. I always watch these live streams back and make a note of everything that I promised, so I promise to check that out, and I will definitely give it a chance. International language, welcome, my love. Sending lots and lots of love. Reep says hello from India. I'm sending so much love to anyone viewing from India. I know things are all very it must be very stressful and worrisome for everyone over there. So if you're tuning in from India, I'm sending you so much love and support and just best wishes. So come here, chat, take the mind off everything with some talk about skincare. Tazim says, hi, welcome, my love. Yoshi, so great to see you. Did you try the spot treatment pink eraser from Neogen? I have got it. I haven't tried it. It's in one of my boxes here of products that I'm waiting to try. I haven't actually tried it yet, but I'm very much going to. Would you recommend it? Leave me your thoughts if anyone's tried that product, because I will definitely check it out. Just a quick heads up, straight after the live today, we have today's video, which is all about Hylamide. Hylamide is obviously a Decium brand. We've spoken about them on the channel before. You guys know I've got some holy grails. But I've actually been using all their products for a year. This flashed up on my timeline that it was a year ago that I filmed my Hylamide review. And I thought, okay, now's a really great time to actually sit back and kind of reevaluate what I think. Because I've changed my mind on a lot of their products, some for the better, some for the worse. So I kind of wanted to sit down and share my actual thoughts of whether any of them are worth the splurge and worth having in your own skincare routine. So hopefully you'll stay around after the live stream for that. Straight after this, everyone gets seamlessly moved over to today's video, which is on Hylamide. So just a quick heads up about that. Tanya says, happy Saturday. I have the Face Theory Extra Glow question. Of course, my love. What is it? Let's have a look. Just got mine last week, but wondering where do I incorporate it into my routine, AM or PM? You can use it either. I would probably use it in the evening. That's when I tend to use mine. It works well with retinol, but I find that sometimes the pH doesn't always work as well with some other products in the morning. So I personally would use it in the evening, and I would put it on as part of a serum step. It is, after all, just a serum, so I would put it on with your serum step. GX says, can you suggest a niacinamide serum that doesn't peel or sticky when you put it on your face? Absolutely. I would fully recommend the Inculus niacinamide, which is my go-to because it doesn't peel, it doesn't peel, it doesn't feel sticky, it sinks into the skin. I absolutely love it. It's also one of the cheapest, so that's really great. I know that you could Typology also do one which is really good, but I just stick to the niacin. When I want that burst of niacinamide, I just kind of stick to the Inculus because it's cheap and it's the best one that works for me. It's also quite nice and hydrating. Reap says, can tranexamic acid be used with active ingredients such as chemical exfoliation? It can. It's not a harsh active acid such as like glycolic acid, so you can use it, kind of forget the acid element in it. It's just, that's obviously its medical name, but I just call it tranexamic because the acid implies that you shouldn't use it with other exfoliating acids, but you absolutely can. Annika says, guys, do not forget to hit the like button. This is a great interlude for me to take a sip of my tea, give everyone the opportunity to smash the like button if they would like to. That tea is so good. The only reason the like button actually matters, just for the record, for everyone that's wondering, is this always goes up live after we do the live stream. It's recorded and then YouTube store it so that people can watch, because not everyone can make it to the live itself, and so it's stored then for anyone that wants to watch it back. And the more likes a video gets, the more YouTube pushes out the video, which means the more people can watch and enjoy the channel, and the more likely we are to get to 40,000 subscribers. So a long way of saying, just hit the like button. Andrea says, hello. I can't stay, pizza is here and off to a date with the mister. Darling, it is such a great pleasure. I know you'll be watching this on replay, so I'm sending lots and lots of love. I hope date night was amazing, and I look forward to catching up with you on replay. Suzanne, best product for hydration? Well, my go-to is Geek and Gorgeous Liquid Hydration, which I mention so often. Someone actually asked me the other day whether I was employed by Geek and Gorgeous. I'm not. They haven't even sent me any product. I don't even get free PR from them, which, you know, I would happily accept because I love all their products. But no, I buy all the products with my own money and I'm not employed by them. I just genuinely really love it. And that is my favourite product. They're bringing it out. They did confirm to me the other day that they're bringing it out in a mist, which is great. So you've got the liquid hydration, my favourite product, in a mist, which is just going to make it so much easier to apply. So I would probably say that would be my current holy grail for hydration. But anything which covers things such as panthenol is great because it's calming and hydrating. Amino acids are great. So any products that include something like that, I would just reach for the Geek and Gorgeous liquid hydration. Lily, welcome, my love. Thank you so much for joining. Nicole, I got my first shot. We seem to be, like I say, it seems to be catching up. Everyone seems to be getting their shot today. I just hope everyone feels so, doesn't have too many side effects. I did, but you know what? The doctor, who's such a nice guy, that did mine for me a few months ago, said the more side effects you have, the more effective it is because the better it's working. So I kind of took it. The fact I felt a little bit ropey afterwards, I kind of thought was a good thing. So that would be my shot of encouragement. But I hope it all went well for you, my love. Kendall, welcome, my love. Carrot Hawks, I love that name. And I've just lost your message. The way that YouTube structure these comments now is so annoying. So I do apologise, I keep skipping. I'm back, I've got it here. So Carrot Talk says, my 3-year-old daughter will only wear pink right now. She would approve. I think she's got great taste. Do you know what? I always get accused of wearing too much blue because blue is my favourite colour. Pink and purple are my second and third favourite colours. But everyone always accuses me of wearing too much blue. And apparently Hiram also wears a lot of blue. I only know this because everyone says, wearing the same shirt as Hiram. Well, all I can say is, does Hiram have this shirt? I doubt it. I doubt it. I'm only joking. I would happily send him one if he wanted to join the Mad About Skin Club. But I thought, let's branch out. I wear a little bit of yellow sometimes to bring a bit of colour, and pink is just another amazing colour to add. Fran says, I'm late. Hello, lovelies. Franz, it's fine. Better late than never, my love, and you're welcome anytime. Franz, just, this is a shout out for everyone seems to be sharing their skincare routines, their current morning skincare routines over on the Facebook group, which I am loving. One of my favourite things to look at is see how people apply products, not just the products they use, but how they actually apply them to the skin. Franz did his yesterday I think it was. I watched it yesterday anyway. Skin was stunning, routine flawless. Tom put his up today, and again, so calming and soothing. I just love to watch these routines. I filmed mine the other day, but it was way too long for like a Facebook video. It needs to be kept short. Everyone else seems to keep to the point, and I was rambling on. So I'm refilming it, and I'm going to upload my current morning routine on Monday. So join the Facebook group if you want to see that, and of course share your own routines. Marlene asks, Rob, will you be launching sunscreen in your line? That's a really good question, Marlene. And to be honest, with all the drama going on around sunscreens, I don't actually want to. I think it's a really good thing. I always applaud brands that launch with a sunscreen, and I'm kind of a hypocrite for saying that and then not launching with my own. However, there is a lot that goes behind sunscreens. Obviously, it goes through much more rigorous testing, or it should do, not all brands do. Should go through more rigorous testing than a standalone product, which is really important, which can delay the production of it. And all told, it would probably take me around a year and a half to successfully formulate, test and verify a sunscreen. Now that's absolutely fine, and I've no issue doing that. It's just it would delay the whole launch. So what I've decided is to launch with the standard 3 products that I said in my previous video, and then what I'm going to do is launch a sunscreen at some point in the future. Hopefully it'll be sooner rather than later. There's a little bit of me that thinks, and you can all disagree with me, but there's a bit of me that thinks the sunscreen market is already quite saturated with quality product. Obviously we've had some issues out of Korea, which their testing and stuff hasn't lived up to expectations, but I think there's some really great sunscreens out there. Europe has some great ones. Australia, New Zealand, actually, there's some great New Zealand sunscreen companies. And so a little bit of me thinks that, do I need to actually bring that? Could I? I don't want to launch a product if I don't think it's better than the stuff on the market. That's a long way of saying I won't be launching with a sunscreen, but very much I think it's something that any responsible brand should have. So yeah, in the future, definitely, but I'm thinking we're talking a year and a half down the line. William says, open the bedroom door. I'm not been inundated with cats. I've had cats all day. Whilst Marcel did make an appearance at the start of the video, he might come in again. He can open the door, to be fair. Let's have a look. Yeah, sorry, people said, why were we buffering? I'm so sorry. Basically, the internet in this house has just got so bad. I am going to move, I keep saying this, I'm going to move this whole setup downstairs where the internet's much better for next week. I promise. But we shouldn't have any problems now because I've connected it to my phone to toggle, dongle, whatever it is, so we shouldn't have any problems. Let's have a look. So Suzanne says, looking lovely as always, thank you, my love. Had to run inside from the rain and caught in just in time. There's so much work to be done on the farm. How are your chickens doing now that they're out? Well, my chickens are loving life. So they were locked down at the same time we had lockdown, but they had avian flu. Obviously we had different things, and they are loving life to be out. However, now they're allowed out, you just can't get them back in. They don't want to know. They just do not want to know. The idea of being cooped up again, will not have it. So now the second the sun rises, they have to be let out, and they will literally go until it's almost pitch black, and then they'll finally go in. So they're loving it. It's quite annoying because sometimes you just want to, you want them away so you can get on with the rest of your evening. They're not having none of it. They're making full advantage of their freedom. So look, Suzanne says, you spin me right round, baby, right round. I love that. It's a bit of Dead or Alive. Drew Project says, hello Rob, love the sweatshirt. Thank you, my love. Have you heard anything good or tried the Dr. Pick Arts 3% GHA VIP Luxury Serum for Copper Peptides? I can't even say it, let alone say I've heard of it. I haven't heard of it at all, actually. I've not even heard of the brand. So I will have to check it out. Like I say, I always watch these videos back and make a list of everything that I've said and promise I'll do. So I'll have to go back and check that out because I haven't actually heard of the brand, but it sounds luxury. It sounds bougie. So leave your comments, guys, if you've actually heard of the Dr. Pick Art or any of their products. But I think I'm going to have to do a little bit of digging and I'll let you know what I think. Jennifer, welcome, my love. Thank you so much for joining. Let's have a look. Lots of people saying come back. I know. Sorry about the buffering, guys. Sorry. Lily says, favourite waterproof sunscreens for oily skin. Lily, you have read my mind, because my Tuesday video is the best sunscreens for oily skin. People that have acne-prone skin are worried that the sunscreens might break them out. I've got you covered. Do not worry. Tuesday's video is going to have my absolute favourites, and they've all been tried and tested on my super oily skin. I'm just going to very quickly try and find my space again. I've lost my comment section again. Oh, there we are. We are back again. So let's see what the next question. Joelle, welcome, my love. We're back. I love everyone's comments. There's some hilarious comments about when we were buffering. I love you all so much for the little buffering thing. Joel says, I'm having problems adding my green tea toner to my skincare routine. As an antioxidant, it's not supposed to be with an AHA, BHA, retinol. Am I missing something? Actually, what I would do is you can use it next to any of those products because it doesn't denature the way that some antioxidants will. What I would do is use it straight after your exfoliating acid, but just let the acid sit on the skin 2 minutes. That will give it a chance to do all the work it needs to do, and then you can almost neutralize it with the green tea toner, which will be so good, because what that'll do is just rebalance everything, meaning that your skin's back to its normal pH. I use my toners straight after my exfoliating acids just to reset everything. I think it's a really great way of doing it. So Fran says, hey Tom, hey Annika, hey Danny, so hydrated, soft and supple. Yeah, if you haven't joined the Facebook group now, do, just to see Franzi's skincare routine, which was so good. Tracy, welcome, my love. I'm so glad. You said you're a little late, but whatever time you can join, my love, you are more than welcome. So thank you so much for joining. Straight on after this video, we keep going till 7:15 UK time. So we've got another 45 minutes of questions to answer, guys. So do not worry. But straight after, we're going to go to today's video, which is on Hylamide, one of my former favourite brands. Do I still love them? Are they still giving my skin everything I need? And we're going to talk about some of their ding holy grails and some of the total fails, which and my view has changed on a few things. You guys can probably guess I still love the Sub-Q Skin. Still my ride or die favourite peptide. But some of the other products have gone up in my estimation and some have gone down. So I'm sort of sharing a year review with you guys. I'm going to have a quick sip of my tea. If you haven't already, guys, click that like button to support the channel. But more importantly, we are so close to 40,000 subscribers. If you haven't already, subscribe. Why not? And also join the Facebook group because everyone loves it over there and it is so chill. Now, all that out of the way, let's go with some more questions. So, let's have a look. Shuki says, if I have a niacinamide sunscreen, less than 1%, and a moisturiser, don't know the exact percentage, but it's the fifth ingredient, so it's not going to be super high. Do you still need a standalone 10% niacinamide serum? I'd probably say not. I think you're probably getting quite a lot there. You're getting your 1%, but you're also getting some in the moisturiser. I think that would be more than enough, because I usually say between 3 and 7% is optimal to get those gorgeous results that niacinamide brings without any of the irritation. So I think you're probably good. Danny says, I was thinking to go and get me a hydration bottle because it's been like 17 months I haven't taken a drop. I would definitely do that, Danny. I think that's a great idea. Kitty Zola says, hey, just wanted to say hi. The Facebook group is amazing. Spelt like that. That's not just me over exaggerating. It was spelt like that. I am learning so much. I absolutely love it, and everyone should join. Kisses from Greece. First of all, sending lots of love to Greece. And Kitty, I've actually got family over in Greece. I went to Athens 2 years ago. So good, though. I did choose the very hottest day in the whole year to go up the Acropolis, which was so warm. Even my factor 50 didn't cut it. But that's not Greece's fault. That's my poor decision making on the day to go. So sending lots of love to Greece. And yeah, I'm so glad so many people are enjoying the Facebook group. I set it up expecting that it'd be a little bit of a niche group, that we could kind of share some things. It honestly is beyond my wildest expectations of what we could achieve over there, guys. So thank you so much to everyone that's a part of that. Reve says, greetings from Madrid. Sending lots and lots of love to Madrid. So Emily says, Rob, you said in your tried and tested sunscreens video that the Can Make Mermaid Skin Gel was independently verified. Can you please explain the information? Yeah, I thought I left it in the description of that video. I clearly didn't if you can't find it. So yeah, I'm quite happy to put that down there. They released their own testing, which was actually done in 2 different independent labs. So I'm quite happy to find it because off the top of my brain, it was quite a while ago, that video, but I'm quite happy to share that with you, my love. No worries. I love the Can Make Mermaid Sun Gel. They do two though. If you are tempted by it, they do two. They do a white one and they do a clear one. The white one is kind of designed to give a brightening, but almost like leave a white cast on the skin. I think that caters more to the Asian market, where that is quite appealing in a product. Most people, I think, would go for the clear one, which works so great. Jashini says, Rob, can you please review a sunscreen line from India called La Shield, the mineral sunscreen? I would happily. I'm trying to try more Indian products. I've discovered the Be Minimal skincare range. That's an Indian brand. They're so good. I've got a review coming on that. I love them. So yeah, thanks for the recommendation. I'll quite happily check it out, and I'll make a note when I rewatch the video. Let's have a Lily says, first time here and I love the vibes. You look stunning. Thank you, Lily. Oh, you're too kind. And thank you so much for joining. It is very much appreciated. Let's have a look. Oh, that's a good point. So Danny, DM13. I call you Danny, but I still like your handle, DM13. It's like old time's sake, says, Reve, have you bought something for your new job celebration? This I want to know, because if I remember last week or the week before, you were looking for ideas, skincare ideas for that new job celebration. So I'd love to know what you did buy. Kara says, didn't realise this one was the one was a derivative. Yeah, the Geek and Gorgeous is a derivative, which I like. I think it's actually a really great starter azelaic acid. It's a little bit, I'd say, a little bit on the lower strength side, but that's never a bad thing when you're starting a new active ingredient. Tammy says, hello, thinking of getting resveratrol and ferulic acid by The Ordinary. Any suggestions of good combos to incorporate it with? Maybe ascorbyl glucoside. First of all, it's a great antioxidant. As a standalone antioxidant, it is so good, and I'd fully recommend it. I actually think it works beautifully with the ascorbyl tetroisopalmitate by The Ordinary. The two work really well because that's actually a vitamin F base, which is another antioxidant, and it's probably one of the best to pair with resveratrol. So I would personally recommend that, but you can use any of the derivatives from The Ordinary vitamin C line, and the ascorbyl glucoside would be a great option. Amy says, welcome, good afternoon. Hello, my love, thank you for joining. So that Reve says, hasn't treated themselves yet. Just going to wait until my first paycheck. I think that's a good idea. When you get your first paycheck from your new job, skincare, a treat, always a good idea. I can't remember what I recommended, but we were talking on the Facebook group about a present for someone that had a milestone birthday, and I said, get your hands on the Flavanone Mud Mask by Neod. That's my ultimate treat and the thing I really love. So I always recommend that to everyone. Definitely have that on the options list. Tracy says, hi Rob, good to see you this morning. Got some tretinoin and wondering how often I should use it. Using The Ordinary for a few months. Now I think if you've been using The Ordinary and your skin's kind of got that past that first initial vitamin A purge stage, I would say you're probably safe to use it every other night. However, the key with tretinoin is when they say a pea size amount, which is so unhelpful. What is a pea size amount? For a start, peas come in different sizes, but that's a whole different argument. But I would say get one that is about half the size of your little fingernail, the nail bed on your little finger. About half the size of that is about the right amount. It seems so little, and you think, really, who uses this little product? But honestly, spread that thinly across the face, and that is all you need. I think a lot of the problem with tretinoin is we use too much. It's not always the frequency that matters, it's the fact we pile it on the skin. So I would say every other day will be fine for you, but just use a very small amount. Half the size of the nail bed on your little finger will be more than enough to cover the whole face. And don't put it on the neck. I did that when I first started. Don't put it on the neck. You can graduate towards that once your skin becomes accustomed, but don't put it on the neck for the first couple of months. Annika says, if you want a natural glow, a working dishwasher and a lot of happiness, press the like button. Well, I can't argue with that. If Annika's done a study and she's found that this to be the source of happiness, then I think everyone should click that like button. I'm going to have a quick sip of my tea, which is so good. And thank you so much for everyone that stuck through the buffering and the little bit of internet connection issues that we had. It is much appreciated. We've got Dominique says, hi Dominique, it is so wonderful to have you, my love. Amy says, could you remind me of the products, items that are coming in August? Thanks. I can. This could also, I would say this is a shameless plug for my skincare line, but actually as I've been asked the question, I absolutely can. So launching in August, we have the fragrance-free cleanser and we have the fragrance-free gel cream moisturizer, which is like a beautiful hybrid. It's not quite as gel-like as, say, like the Blythe Press Serum, which is one of my favourites. It's got more of a cream, which means it's more applicable for more skin types, which I think is nice. It'll also work really well for people with oily skin, particularly in those drier months where our skin feels a little bit dry. And then we have our multi-purpose serum, which has everything in there that we forget to include in our skincare routine. From the peptides to the azelaic acids to all the good stuff that you need in your skincare routine. Also, everyone asks about ceramides, which will be in the moisturizer. So it's kind of like, it could be a standalone skincare routine, but I also wanted it to be the option that people could add things into it. You know, people might still, well, obviously it hasn't got retinol in, so want to add their favorite retinol product in there. You can add extra peptides. It's kind of to give you the base of your skincare routine, and then you can add anything extra on top. And I never want to be that person that's like the business owner that's like, unless you use my products, your skin will never be great. Because actually there's so many great things out there, and this channel's still going to be dedicated to all that's good in skincare. And you can mix and match it with. So yeah, that's a short synopsis of what's expected in August. Reve says your accent is charming. I'm glad people say it's charming. I'll take that. I've had some less than complimentary things said about my accent. Let's have a look. Mena says, hi from the Emirates. Oh, sending lots and lots of love to the Middle East. Besides skin, are you a hair expert? Just started following you recently. I am not a hair expert. I know nothing about hair at all. I know what I like in terms of shampoos. Some work for my scalp, some don't. But no, I have been trying some hair care products out recently. So if anyone wants a video on just me fangirling over some of my favourites that I found, you know, leave me a comment. I'll quite happily do that. Cara says Southampton. I think of the Titanic every time I hear that name. Yeah, I don't think it's our proudest moment, isn't Titanic? It was. It did launch from Southampton. We have a lot of plaques to the Titanic, and it's part of that like maritime history. But I don't think it was our grandest voyage. Let's put it that way. Celia said RNW should be mandatory. Glad you love it. I'll definitely be trying it out. Suzanne said I just had an SPF haul come in the mail a while ago. Revectin can make so far so good. I can't wait to try them all. This summer is going to be quite the trial and error. I think finding the right sunscreen is so important. One that works and one that you actually look forward to applying, because the best sunscreens are the ones that we actually apply time and time again and actually look forward to applying. So often we kind of just, you know, think, it becomes a chore and then we don't ever use enough of it. So yeah, Can Make is one of my favorites. I absolutely love it. Mark says, how to deal with buttony. This is, you know, this is a recurring issue. I know a lot of people that have a little bit of acne on the derriere, and this is often as a result of, first of all, the underwear that we wear. So if you're going to the gym and you're doing a lot, and this doesn't just go for that area but for all over our body, if you wear sportswear, that sort of material that you can't really breathe through that well, it's actually really bad because it traps the bacteria on the skin, which often causes acne. So a couple of things I would recommend is, when you're exercising, cotton underwear is a must. Cotton shirt, an absolute must as well, because cotton absorbs the sweat, so it takes it away from the skin and with it that bacteria. So when people wear sportswear, not great. You can't really get around that if you're wearing a sports bra. You know, that kind of is just, you know, there's not that many options out there for people. But for everything else, I just stick to cotton. We often go for those expensive, you know, running wear, all of that stuff. Costs a fortune, and it's actually not great for our skin. You should definitely wear something that can breathe, and cotton is your friend. So definitely would recommend that. And I think that's the number one thing you can do for acne on the derriere. Nice cotton underwear. Always a good option. And beyond that, you can also use things like your azelaic acid. It's quite a robust area in terms of the skin. So you can use things like azelaic acid, you can use exfoliating acids, kind of treat the derriere like you would your facial skin and have like an acne routine for it. That's what I would recommend. And a salicylic acid wash is a great touch. Aviv says, if you had to choose a sunscreen out of the Make Prem, Biore, Essence, or Kose Sun Cut, what would it be? That Kose is actually what I've got in the cleansers. I'm trying their cleanser at the moment. Make Prem. I would choose the Make Prem. I love the Make Prem and I love the Biore, but I think Make Prem just to me smells nicer and it just keeps me perfectly matte all day long, which is what I absolutely love about it. So I'd probably say Make Prem, but it's a very tough call. So Chiak says, any recommendations on niacinamide serum? Oh no, we've covered that one. So sending lots of love to Texas. Carla says, oh my god, I finally made it to one of your lives. Carla, I am so glad that you did. I recently found you and I love you. Oh, thank you. Yes, I love the way that your personality. Cheers from Mexico. I'm sending lots of love to Mexico. That's such a lovely comment. Thank you so much. And I honestly, you know what, I say it a lot, but it's because I mean it. I am so blessed to have all the best, literally the best subscribers on YouTube. Hands down, no competition. The competition has left the chat because you guys are amazing. The fact that we're nearly at 40,000 subscribers is like, mind blown. And honestly, I'm so grateful for every last one of you that comments on the video, shares the video, just click the like button, anything you do to support the channel. Thank you so much. Christina, welcome, my love. Could you suggest an anti-redness product? You've mentioned the Colloidal C toner from Face Theory. Is that the best that you think you've tried? Well, I love the Colloidal C from Face Theory. I think that's a really good anti-redness product. But I think beyond just having that in your routine, you also should have panthenol and azelaic acid. Those are the two must-have ingredients for tackling redness. Panthenol calms and soothes and removes any irritation, and I absolutely love azelaic acid for taking down redness. So I definitely think the Colloidal C toner will be great. That's got panthenol in, and then I'd add an azelaic acid derivative into your routine, and you'll see some great results from that. So Chris C says, hi Rob, I would love to see a video about with recommendations about kojic acid. It seems to be missing in Japan. Yes, so the Japanese market doesn't have a lot of kojic acid in that. I think they think it's a little bit too strong because the Japanese way of skincare is very gentle. I'd happily do a video on kojic acid if that's what people want. So yeah, I'll make a note of that when I watch this video back, and look out for it in the coming week. Tracy says, I watch on 2 different devices, you get 2 likes. Tracy, that's the commitment I like. That is the commitment I like on this channel. Thank you so much, my love. And if anyone else wants to do that, I'm not going to stop you. Mena says, do you recommend Meditropic Restoles as a body and face chemical peel? I've never tried it. It's very strong, so I'd say if you're looking for a very strong exfoliating product, it's a good option. But I've never actually tried it myself, so I couldn't personally comment on it, but it's a very high strong peel, more than just an exfoliation. Kara says, Geek and Gorgeous, send Rob some free stuff. I'm always open to free stuff. I always say to companies, I'm always blessed. If any company ever reached out and said, could we send you some products, I'm always so appreciative, because I just think, it's so nice that people have connected, brands have connected with the channel. But I always insist on it being on a no obligation kind of way, because I will promote products regardless of whether it was sent for free or not, if I like the product. Geek and Gorgeous never sent me anything, and yet I bang on about them in every single video. However, I did reach out to the Mask about some of their new launches to see if I could give you guys a sneak peek on things that are coming down the line, and they did share some things with me which I can share in a future video. And they are such good guys to work for. They're such a nice team, so professional and so kind. They have a sunscreen and the moisturizer coming out in the next couple of months. They also have the cat hair, even though there's no cat in here, I've still got cat hair. They also have the liquid hydration coming out in a mist as well, which I love. So Miss Glamour says the Make Prem sunscreen has gone up again on Stylevana. What a joke. So this is really unfortunate. It has become so popular recently that the price does keep going up and up, which is such a shame. I hate it when that happens with the product. I heard on Yes Style it's still very cheap, so I might change my links in the videos I've mentioned it to the Yes Style ones, because I do believe Yes Style has it at a better price. But share your I don't know who's got experience of either Stylevana, Yes Style, or any of that. Marlene really kindly sent me a link to some UK based Korean retailers, so I'm trying those at the moment, so I can share that, because that might be great for people particularly in Europe that can access that quite well. Beyond 50 Skin, morning from Colorado. Darling, I am so glad for you to join, and if anyone hasn't actually checked out Beyond 50 Skin as a skincare channel, so good, so definitely would recommend checking out. And yeah, happy to give you a shout out, because loving the content. Marlene says Franz is the hydration all toners. If anyone's in doubt of how to hydrate the skin to the gods, join the Facebook group, look at Franz's honestly, his skin was literally drenched in hydration at the end of his skincare routine. It was so fun to watch. Sarah says, had my first jab last week and it was horrendous. Yeah, I think the after effect can be a little bit, but I always you know what? I always think it's worth it in the long run. This is my theory when it comes to the jabs. Sarah also says, like Harem owns blue. I know, every time I wear blue, I get at least one comment. I think people just troll me at this point. But pink's going to be my new colour. Zyko says, hello. So hello, my love. Welcome. Let's have a look. Zyko says, oh, Hiram's also live now. We do sometimes have our, see our lives clash a little bit, which is always unfortunate, but I always think I think Hiram's are always up live on replay, so people can always catch whichever one you don't get to watch on replay. So I always think no drama. Let's have a look and see. I've lost where I'm in the comments again. This is ridiculous. Let's see if I can find out where I was again. I'm so sorry, guys. The way that they do these is that YouTube do the new comment section, I'm always losing my place. Marlene says, Nivea on wine, best routine ever. If it works and your skin loves it, why not? Yankee Lauren says, any suggestions for hydrating toners and essences for acne prone skin? I would totally recommend the green tea toner by Isntree. That's perfect for acne prone skin. Also hydrates you to the gods. You guys know I love the Geek and Gorgeous liquid hydration. I have very acne prone skin and that doesn't impact it at all, which I love. And I also really like the Colloidal Sea Redness Toner from Face Theory, which will be really good if you've got redness associated with that acne. That can really help as well. William says, Rob, have you ever tried the Black Girl sunscreen? If so, what are your thoughts? So I did try it. I liked it. The price point is quite high here in the UK, which is why I didn't reach for it again. I really enjoyed it, but I think it was just a little bit up there in price. For me, I thought it was a little bit up there in price. I also, whilst it worked really well, I just think it's a real shame that they've gone for like Black Girl sunscreen as the brand. I think there's a real market for sunscreens targeted towards people with deeper, darker and richer skin tones, which, let's be honest, aren't always very well catered for in the wider skincare market, particularly in sunscreens. So I love that, but I just think, do you know what? Anything that guys can, because guys statistically are less likely to wear sunscreen than women, and so I assume the same goes in the black community. So I would have loved it if it had just been that little bit more inclusive in the name. So it just encouraged so many more people to reach for it, because it's such a good product. If they brought this price down, I would recommend it to everybody, because you know what, it's great and it does leave zero white cast. There's none of that lavender hue that you can get on deeper skin tones, and I think it's perfectly placed in the market to deliver for a segment which, let's be honest, a lot of sunscreens that we apply don't, and it really annoys me. I'll get off my soapbox in a minute, but it really annoys me when I hear people say, oh, it's only a white cast, you're protecting your skin, what does it matter? And I think, well, it does matter, because if I had a darker skin tone than my own, I'd hate to go into the office. You're feeling professional, you're a professional working guy, gal, whatever, you go into the office and you've got this visible white cast, or you sweat up, aspire a bit, and you've got that streak of lavender down the skin. That's not acceptable. That's not okay. And I'm glad that there's some sunscreens out there that do cater for darker skin tones. A lot of a way to go, and I hope this is an emerging trend and market in the future. It's a great product. It works on all skin tones because it's totally invisible. I would just like to see them do a version for guys, and also I'd love it if they could just formulate a few, try a few different formulations as well, to bring a bit of choice to the market. Franz says, thanks for the shout out, Rob. Can't wait for you to draw your routine to our beautiful community. It is such a gorgeous community over in the Facebook group. I would definitely recommend people join it, but my routine needs to be tailored a little bit. I think a 5-minute video is better suited to Facebook than my 25-minute rant that I was filming the other day. DM13, Danny says, our Facebook group has made Facebook fun again. I agree. I totally agree. Let's have a look. Trisha says, what's the age to actually start skincare? I get asked this so often. Is it too young to use this product? Is it too young for this? I don't think it's ever too young for skincare. I would totally recommend you start when you just as a general rule, when you first see your skin changing. Puberty is a really great time to start your skincare journey, because that's when hormonal disruption will often lead to either dry skin or acne prone skin, and that's when we first start taking notice of what's happening in our skin. So I say that's kind of a good age to start. You might start, just always make sure you tailor your routine to what your skin needs. In your teens, it's more likely to be acne, fighting, but it might not be. You can have really dry skin in your teens as well. Listen to what your skin's saying and kind of reach for the products that will suit your skin type. But there's never too young to start. Best mineral sunscreen for very dry skin. This is about, I want people to leave their comments, because I have super oily skin, so I don't really have an issue with mineral sunscreen. So if anyone's got a mineral sunscreen that's superb for dry skin, please leave a comment below. I think there's a long way to go for mineral sunscreens to be more accessible to people with darker skin tones and with drier skin types, because they don't always suit those. So I'd love to see more developments there. Holly, welcome my love. I'm currently on a skin fast, aka cleanser, moisturizer, SPF, after a blackhead breakout, but the blackheads are not going anywhere. Can I start gradually putting my routine back together? You absolutely can. I think sometimes a skincare fast isn't a bad thing. I think sometimes that skin needs it. I don't think you did a bad thing there. I think that's a good idea. I would start adding a BHA mask a couple of times a week, and that will make so much difference to their blackheads. The salicylic acid mask by The Ordinary, great option, but there's so many other ones out there as well. And I would start that. Maybe sulfur, just putting some sulfur on those areas will just draw out some of those blackheads. Audrey says, Dr. Pickard pioneered copper peptides. He's next on my list. I I need to check this guy out on his skincare line. I'm ashamed to say I haven't actually heard of it, so I will definitely check it out. BB Sale, welcome, my love, welcome. Marlene says, please hit the like button for pink glow. Yeah, the more likes, the more glow. And this is a great time. We've still got plenty of time, so we're still going to go through all of these questions. But now seems a great time to say, smash that like button if you haven't already. I'm going to take a sip of what is now very cold tea. And I cannot believe how many of you guys are watching. It's so, even with all the buffering and the technology issues we had at the start, so many people have tuned in, which is so amazing. Thank you so much. CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser, not strong enough to remove an oil cleanser. I have dry skin. What cleanser should I use? I would totally recommend going for... If you're looking to remove an oil cleanser, I would totally recommend reaching for a couple of my favourites, which are, I love the Purito foaming cleanser. Works so well, and it's not too drying. It's not too drying. I think a foaming cleanser will help. The Neod Sanskrit Saponins is not drying at all, but oh, so good for removing that. I had my heavy duty cleanser video that I recently filmed. I think often you can use any of those to just really get rid of everything in a really thorough cleanse. And sometimes if you're not wearing a lot of makeup, they will be enough just on their own. Clara says, waited all this time for him to skip my comment. Oh, Clara, I am so sorry. The problem is, the way that YouTube do these, you only have to click the wrong button and everything flashes to the latest comment and I lose my place. Clara, I will definitely answer your comment, my love. Just drop it below, either in the comment section or at the bottom of this, and I promise I will get around to it. Anne-Marie says, hi, what are you going to do with the new added value tax for non-EU shopping, selling on the internet to European customers? Are you still going to recommend Starvana? Yeah, so the new... VAT on non-EU shop selling. So there's a whole lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of politicking. I always think politicians always go out of the way to ruin things. There's a lot of politicking. We left, obviously in the UK, we left the European Union, and with it, we left all the regulations. I think, you know what, if we were to look at it, I think the European Union decided to be a little bit childish around how they reacted because they weren't very happy that we left. I think some of our politicians were a bit childish in retaliation. It all got very petty. And now, obviously, we're working through things around value-added tax and other things. The EU are introducing some new taxes, particularly on online transactions. The UK aren't introducing those taxes because they don't think they're needed. And so it's a whole lot of work around. In terms of how I will still recommend things, I will still recommend the brands that I shop with, and I would call them out. But I do always like to call out in the videos that some brands do have a little bit, will incur some charges in terms of, taxes and import duties. Fortunately, with the UK, we're starting quite a number of free trade agreements with different countries that are including a lot of skincare and cosmetic products, which is great. So we're really looking forward to Canada and Australia particularly being able to import and export freely without having to pay duties on that. So whilst it's getting a bit more difficult in Europe, it's actually getting more free with the rest of the world. So these things balance out. I'm still going to continue to recommend things like Starvana, which will, maybe the price will incur some charges. We just need to be totally transparent about that. And I always say, I'll try. One thing I'm going to try more of in this channel is just leave multiple links to each product, so that people can kind of shop around and work out the best one for their price point and for wherever they're wanting it to ship for. It's a global economy. I really wish we didn't have taxes on anything, but it's a fact of doing things globally. So I'll try and leave some more choices in terms of the links below the videos, if that'll help people out. Leave me a comment if you think that'd be beneficial. Aisha says, if moisturizer is gel-based, oil-free, then should we use an oil-based serum afterwards or before? Good point. And I would personally use it afterwards if it doesn't really make a huge difference because your moisturizer is topping things off, but I would probably in that case use it afterwards. Joelle says, fangirling because you answered my question. It's a pleasure, my love. It's a pleasure. Thanks so much. And honestly, your love and support means so much to me, so thank you so much. Aviv says, what do you think about the Kose Sun Cut sunscreen? I haven't tried it. I'm trying their cleanser at the moment, and that's featuring in my Korean skincare video with a whiff of other Asian brands because I kind of mixed it up a little bit this month. So you'll be able to see this cleanser, but I will get my hands on the sunscreen and let you know what I think. Trishala says, I was asking about the proper skincare routine. Thank you about the 6-month-old. Malin says, is it okay to use a tinted mineral sunscreen over a chemical sunscreen? It is. It absolutely is absolutely fine. I don't always say you should layer sunscreens. Sometimes we end up you know, you don't always get more protection. You still need to apply regularly. Putting 2 layers on doesn't always work that well, but it'll certainly won't diminish the level of protection, and it's a really great way of getting that tint in the routine. So yeah, I think that's a great option. We are at 7. We have plenty of time. We've got 15 more minutes to go through all of the questions, which I'm going to get through as many as possible. The room is already filling up still. Straight after this video, we're going to go straight over to today's video, which is going to be live premiere, so we can still chat and type as we go along. It's on Hylamide, and give you like my update to what I think about Hylamide 6 months, no, a year, sorry, after I first tried the brand. If you haven't already, it's still not too late to click that like button. We're at 100 likes, which is amazing. With replays, last week we got to 250, which is mind-blowing. So thank you so much to everyone that's clicked that like button so far. Let's see if I'm going to go through the questions and try and answer as many quick fire. Let's see if I can answer as many as possible. Suzanne says, my tretinoin uglies lasted 5 weeks. Stick with it. This is true. They usually say 2 weeks, but I think this is on the conservative side, personally. I found when I first started with tretinoin, I probably had the uglies, the peeling, the redness, the irritation for about 4 weeks. So I think 4 to 5 weeks is probably about right. It gets better. It's not like full strength the whole time. I find it peaks at the 2 week point and then gets better from there. Naisha says, hi, welcome, my love. Tracy says, thanks for answering my question, Rob. You're simply the best. Oh, that reminds me of that Tina Turner song, which is one of my favourite songs. Tracy, so are you, my love. Thank you so much. CL says, love the pink hoodie. Thank you. My little Mad About Skin. I think the way that I'm sat, you can't always see it, but it is fully monogrammed, so, you know, nothing but the best. And thank you to Marlene again for sending me it fully monogrammed, which I love. I hope I'm not too late joining the live chat. You're not, CL. Honestly, I say to people, you join whenever. This is like a free flow conversation. People dip in and out. They join for bits of the conversation. You are always more than welcome at any point. And any that you miss, you can catch on replay straight after. Rachel Stapp says, ooh, the moisturiser sounds lush. Just what I'm looking for. Can't wait. Well, I hope everyone loves it. And we put in the final touches. A few people have asked when it comes to the pre-order of the skincare routine, the skincare collection. I said it would be available through the Facebook group, which it will. A lot of people reached out and said they don't use Facebook, which I fully appreciate. Will there be an option? And we're working on a workaround for those of you that don't have Facebook. So anyone that's a fan of the channel is able to pre-order my skincare line before it goes on general sale, so no one's disappointed. Alex C says, hi, I hope your day is going okay. It is, my love. I hope yours is too. I have a question about the Inculus retinol. I've been using it for around 2 months, but I'm still getting acne, especially a lot of blackheads around my chin. I've irritated my skin through extractions. How long does it take for the retinol to work and the blackheads and scars to fade? I think at the 2 month point is when you'll start seeing those results. Between 2 and 3 months is when they start to kick in. So I keep going. It worked really well for my acne and my scarring, so I honestly expect it will for you. But just keep going. I'd give it another couple of months before you write it off. Our skin will be irritated if we do squeeze blackheads. It's a fact. People do squeeze them. I squeeze my own. You shouldn't, but we do. I would say you can always incorporate a salicylic acid mask into your routine if you want to help tackle those blackheads a bit quicker. You can use that alongside your retinol, no problem. AD said, your incredible skincare. Thank you. It's a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining, my love. Do niacinamide and azelaic acid work the same? They work very differently, but they can have similar outcomes. I think azelaic acid is quicker acting, and I think you get better results with it, particularly when you're looking to tackle hyperpigmentation, sensitivity in the skin, and redness. I think it personally works better, and I would say to people, reach for an azelaic acid over a niacinamide, but you can use the two together if you kind of want to double down on those benefits. Now, I have just going to scroll back to where my last comment was. So yeah, CL says, hi Rob, I watched your recent top favourite brand video. Love that. What do you think about the Face Theory Regenicam 2% retinol and vitamin C? Would love it. I love it. I think it's great. It's not a 2% retinol like you think, wow, that's a strong retinol. It's not, because it's a retinol ester. It's about a half. It's about a 0.5%, I would say, in terms of its truest form. That's a comparison. But it's a beautiful product, and it works really well because it's got vitamin C in there. I just find it works well as a multi-purpose serum. I'd go for the Pro. If you want really quick results, the Pro is a little bit stronger, costs a little bit more, but I think it's worth pushing out to just get that extra strength. But it's a really, really nice mid-strength retinol. Nick says, I tried the clear can make UV gel recently, but I experienced a white cast when I got a lot of it. It also flaked on my beard area. Now, I will say, I'm not one that grows a very lavish beard, but I do know if I have a bit of stubble, it can be problematic in that area. So maybe it's just just, if you do have a full beard, maybe it's just not the right product for you. I will call that, because I also had that with stubble. I don't think it rubs well into stubble the way that, say, the Biore UV Essence by does. Edward says, hello, I have chapped lips and I want to I think only half of that actually came through. So Edward, if you could leave that comment again. I think I only got half of it, which is such a shame. Tamsin said, evening Rob, how are you? I am wonderful, Tamsin. Thank you so much for joining. I honestly look forward to this live every single week. Sitting down, relaxing, chilling with you guys and just fangirling over some skincare is my favourite part of the week. So thank you everyone that's joined me for this. DM13 says, oh, I've got a cat hair. My cat is a pain. Sorry about that. Danny says, we are missing some likes this video, guys. if you can close the live chat, press the like button, then bring it back up. This is true. If you want to know where the like button is, if you close the chat, click the like button, bring up the chat, it'll take you back to where you were last. Great tip from Danny there. Thank you so much, Danny. Daniela says, hey. I don't know how to pronounce it. H-E-J, which is, I believe, the Swedish way of saying it, if I'm right. Regards from Sweden. There you go. I'm right. I'm considering face theory after watching your video. What do you think about the body products? Now, I love the body products. They have a gorgeous body scrub, which is so light but great on those dry elbows and knees. I like a lot of their body moisturizers as well. I think they are really great when it comes to the body. I do focus a lot of my skincare on the face, and actually I'm quite cheap when it comes to the body. I like the St. Ives body cream with oat, so good, but I do find the face theory ones are really good. Narcissa says, I tried the ordinary azelaic acid and my skin got super irritated. I broke out, I had dry patches for a week. I'm not sure azelaic acid is good for me, or just the ordinary. It's a very high strength azelaic acid in a dimethicone base, so I would probably say go for an azelaic acid derivative, something like the Geek and Gorgeous A-Pad, and continue with that. That shouldn't dry you out. You shouldn't get the irritation or the redness, the peeling or the breakouts. I would probably recommend that. Nadia says, is the Make Prem sunscreen SPF verified? And Make Prem actually released all of their own testing, which, whilst, you know, brands releasing their own testing, it's not as good as third-party independent verification, but I really appreciate that openness that they have where they share that testing with us, and it came out really well. They disclosed the exact SPF that was measured at 2 different locations, so you can take the average between those. They also disclosed their percentage of the filters using their mineral ones, which again can give us confidence that it sounds right. Everything they've said sounds right. Again, I would love to see some independent testing done in a European lab, but I am perfectly confident. I've used it, and anecdotally I've never had a problem with it. I do applaud them for releasing their testing of all their sunscreen. So definitely head over to their Instagram where the Make Prem team have released all of their testing, so you can see it over there. Suzanne says, are you afraid of all the trying brands and new things, afraid for your skin? Luckily, my skin, Suzanne, is super resilient. I don't have any problem whatsoever in terms of trying multiple products and mixing it about. I would normally say, when it comes to skincare, don't tempt fate and don't keep mixing up skincare. I do it because this is like my job, my living. You know, I would say if you find a product that works for you, stick with it. You can mix it and match over time, but only change one product at a time. Don't like dump one routine, start a new one, and vice versa. I would definitely recommend sticking to the products that you know and love to minimize any irritation. My skin tolerates everything. I think it's one of the benefits of having oily skin like I do is it doesn't get irritation, it doesn't get dried as often as with some other types of skin. So that's the one blessing of having super greasy skin. CL says, what do you think about using NIOD ethylated ascorbic acid during the daytime? The instruction says using it at night times only. Would love to hear your opinion. So this is, I use mine during the day. NIOD recommend it at night. That's because it works better with retinols, and also they're worried about the sun sensitivity that it can create during the day. In my experience, as long as you're wearing a broad spectrum, tried, tested and verified SPF, you can use it in the morning, which is when I choose to use it. Addy says, I always respond to a comment. Alina, welcome, my love. I'm so glad you could join. Lovely to see you here. So Fran says, I don't know how Rob's not in on the new meaning of hydration yet. Cheers. I'm not, but you know what? I'm just going to go along with it, Franz, and hope for the best. So drop me a DM. Whatever I've missed, I'll just go along with it. But still, your skin, honestly, in that video was hydration overload. I loved it. Lily says, I haven't tried the Biore one because of the alcohol content scares me. I do know a lot of people are worried about the level of alcohol in the Biore UV Sun Essence. I said in the video where I reviewed it, maybe not for dry skin because it's got high alcohol content, which makes it gorgeous on the skin, but it might not be appropriate for people with very dry skin. However, if you read the comments under that video, so many people with dry skin piled in and said, actually, I use it, never have a problem. So I don't think it's as problematic for dry skin as maybe I thought it would be, but I obviously have super oily skin. I'm the opposite end, so I can't really judge that for myself. Now we have 5 minutes to go before we're automatically redirected to today's video. I'm going to answer as many questions in that. It's like a quick fire round. As many questions in that 5 minutes as I can. Before I do, I'm going to recharge with the last of my tea, give you guys an opportunity to subscribe or click the like button if you haven't already, sip my tea, and then we are getting straight on with answering a quick fire questions. CL, have you ever tried the brand Ultra Sun? I have. I really like them. They're a bit expensive, but they're easy to get here in the UK, and they are so heavy duty on the sunscreen. Great if you're going to have high UV exposure. Let's have a look. Hayley says, hi Rob, I'm having a tragic makeup day, but so glad I made it to the live stream. Darling, Hayley, it doesn't matter. If you watch my video from yesterday and you want to laugh, I did a bit of concealer work on the biggest zit I've ever seen. Worst bit of concealing I've ever done. So do not worry, you're not the only ones having a tragic makeup day. Check my video out from yesterday. That zit was not concealed. It's like a mountain. Paula said, pharmacist says, ombrelle face UVB. Heard you must have zinc with ingredients. Is this own titanium? Yeah, I do think mixing titanium dioxide and zinc oxide are a really nice blend to have in mineral filtered, mineral UV protection. I don't know. I'll have a look into that, Paula, and let you know what I think. But I definitely think you should look for titanium dioxide and zinc oxide in your mineral sunscreens. Lily says, Biossance mineral sunscreen. Haven't tried it. It's on order. I've got so much coming from Biossance and I can't wait. My only thing about them is they're a little bit on the pricey side, but I guess that's just because I'm cheap. Airline says, SkinCeuticals is the one for the really dry skin. Yes, the SkinCeuticals one will work as a mineral, will work so well for dry skin. It's just got that SkinCeuticals price, which is a shame. Karen says probably Jose Moran. I love the Jose Moran tinted sunscreen. One of my go-tos. So good. That I think they do a mineral one that might work really well, like everyone's saying, for dry skin. CL says, do you have a favourite eye serum and eye cream for dark circles that you can recommend? Yes, the Neod Fractionated Eye Contour Concentrate. There is no better product out there for the under eye area. It's expensive, but it works so well. If you don't want to splurge on Neod products, I really like the caffeine solution by The Ordinary and the Neod caffeine, not the Neod, the Inculist caffeine eye treatment, also really good. Tracy says, I'm an Australian Gold girl. I use it all over my foundation. I love the Australian Gold sunscreens, but I always say to people, if you can check the tint before you buy it, because the tints won't work for every single person. Yeah, anyway, I was also calling out the Australian Gold. So I think Australian Gold is where it's at when it comes to mineral sunscreens for dry skin. 21 says, hi, I'm late, but I'm still here. It doesn't matter. Better late than never, my love. And if you've missed anything, you can catch up on replay, but thank you so much for joining. Let's see. Quick questions going for Lily says, going for a walk now. I hope you enjoy your walk, my love. We have 2 minutes left for 2 more questions. I'm going to go let's see where we can pick 2. Best affordable sunscreen for dry sensitive skin. I would totally reach for the Ultraist sunscreen. I love that. Dry, sensitive, all good, and it's super affordable, particularly here in Europe. We've got a call out for Anko says, can drinking coffee increase acne? I hear people talk about this. No, I've not seen any scientific study that shows that. I don't know that that's the case. Acne can be impacted by our diet, but I don't believe caffeine is one of those things. And no, I haven't seen any studies that actually back that up. Let's have a look. So Lavanya says, please pick me. Well, you've got your question answered, my love. Can you please review the Raquel sunscreen gel SPF 50? I can do. I've got a lot of sunscreens to get through. I'm not gonna lie, I've got a lot of sunscreens to get through, but I'm happy to put that one on the list to try out for sure. Now guys, we've come to the end of today's live. I can't believe how quickly these live streams go. Thank you so much for joining me. We are going to direct straight away. As soon as I click the end stream button, you'll be redirected seamlessly to today's video on Hylamide. If you don't have time to stick around and watch it, if you could just do a guy a favor, watch the first 30 seconds and click that like button. I honestly would love you forever. It'll still be up there like a normal video, so you can watch it anytime. If you do want to sit and chill some more, we're going to be live premiering it, so I'll be typing as we go along, and we can share all our thoughts and feelings on Hylamide. I love the brand when I first tried it, but let's see what I think a year later. I'm going to seamlessly segue everyone over there now. Thank you so much for every single person that's joined this live. I honestly honestly love you all so much, and he's been super busy again. It's just absolutely amazing to have you all here for your support. One last chance to hit the like button before I transfer everyone over to today's video. So if you haven't already, now's your chance, and I look forward to chatting to you over there. See you in a second. Bye.